Hey folks, welcome back to Todd Bosley's world famous YouTube channel. Have you ever wondered what the most expensive Indian head penny in the whole wide world is? Wonder no more. Thanks to coincollecting.com and Todd Bosley's world famous, we're about to show you. The Indian head penny was produced from 1859 through 1909. This is one of my favorite pennies by far. Number 10 is going to be the most expensive penny that exists. The 1888 and the last 8 over 7, so you're going to see an 8 that's over the 7 on the date. That's the most valuable, 24,000 to 38,000. I think these numbers are actually a little bit low. I know that private collectors are actually paying a lot more for that coin in general, although some of the auction prices have been a little weak lately. Number 9 is the 1873 Double Liberty. They're calling that one 8,300 to 14,000. I'm telling you, if you have that coin and it's in a nice condition, you can pretty much bet you're going to see 20,000 plus on that one. The number 8 is the 1877 4,200 to 5,000. I'm telling you right now, I'm betting that's 10 grand all day long. Number 7, 1872 with the shallow N on it. You'll have to look that one up to see it. That's 1,000 to 1,300. I'm calling that 2,500 bucks. Number 6, the 1869 9 over the 9. You'll again want to Google that to look it up to see if that's exactly what you have. 1,000 to 1,200. I don't think that one's quite as popular as the number 7, but still, I think you probably could realize the better part of 2,000 or more out of that. Again, it all depends on how you choose to sell it. Please make sure you don't get stroked by some auctioneer. I'll tell you what, man, there's some auction companies out there you need to be on high alert for. They want your product and they do not want to pay you. And some of them just fail to advertise and put it out the way it should be put out. These Indian head pennies, if you have anything on this list, I guarantee you, it's worth more than the values that they're showing here. And that's no disrespect to coincollecting.com. It's just that I have realized in the coin collecting business, part of what they do is give you low prices, and the prices are set so that dealers can buy it for less money. Even when you look at like the some of the books that are out there, the coin collecting books, they make the red book, which is the retail book. They make the blue book, which is the wholesale book. And so somebody shows up to buy your collection, they try to switch around, and it's like everything else. Just remember, as a collector, you have two responsibilities. Buy it for the right price and sell it for as much as you can. Pay the least amount of commission that you have to sell that coin. If you have great coins, you shouldn't be paying a whole lot of commission to sell it. And somebody shouldn't be getting rich off of all the investments that you made. So let's move along. That brings us to number 6, the 1869 9 over 9, the 1909S. The 1909S I really like a lot. That's a hard one to find. The 1894 double date, you have to Google that one to see exactly what it looks like. That's a pretty cool coin. 600 to 1,200. I'm calling that 1,500 even in a moderate grade. The 1871 shallow N, $850 to $1,000. Again, I think they're really super low here, even on some of this lower, less harder to find stuff. But the 1871 shallow N, I've owned that coin before. I can tell you I paid more than what the price book here says, and I sold it for more than what it says. The 1870 shallow N, number 2. I've not had that one personally yet, although I expect to see it at some point. 590 to 1,000. Still, that coin is still probably 1,200 or more. And the last on the most valuable is the 1870 bold N, $540 to $940. If you own that coin, you can pretty much count on between $800 to $1,200 all day long. Take you down to the Indian head penny key dates: 1877, the 1908S, and the 1909S. Just to elaborate on this coin for a little bit, and I'll read part of their description here. It says, despite their name as Indian head penny, the obverse of this coin actually features a Caucasian Lady Liberty donning a Native American headpiece that is traditionally worn by Native American men of certain status. I don't want to get into all that. Listen, there's been a huge debate about American Indians and coins and baseball teams and all that stuff. The American Indian penny is a beautiful piece. It pays homage to the Indians of this country who were here long before any of us. So let's never forget that. And that's one of the reasons why I love this coin, because it reminds me of who was here long before I was, and that I should respect those people as you should. And this coin is very respectful to the American heritage. I think this is a great coin to put into your collection. I think that there are just, and I'm going to kind of like go through the article while I'm talking about this, but there are so many great coins in America that America has made. Although if you think about American coinage, it's it's like brand new. I mean, when you think about things that you can buy that were made in BC and AD, they're verified, they're graded. I mean, this is relatively new stuff, right? But being American, I love the American coin. And I especially love the American Indian penny. I think it's just a really neat piece, especially if you find one that has not been worn and isn't been circulated a lot. It's really an incredible piece. And in pennies, we have different colors. We have brown, we have red brown, and we have the red. And so when they shoot these price guides out and say, here's what it's worth, well, that's kind of what it's worth, but that's not really what it's worth. A red brown is not worth as much as a red, and a brown is not worth as much as a red brown. So people are really looking for the red color of pennies, regardless of what penny you collect. We'll get into some price guides here. This is kind of interesting. This breaks it down like maybe a little bit more so you can understand it by date. And I'll just kind of go slow through it here so you can see it. So Indian head pennies in general are fairly common, but the dates that I'm showing you here right now are not very common. They're actually pretty hard to find. And then, of course, you have to consider the grading. And, I'm really conflicted about the grading because I like coins in general. And I hate it that a third party has to verify what something's worth. But it's kind of one of those things. You can't live with it. You can't live without it. I'll move this up and show you just a little bit of the condition. So focus not on the proof, which is the far right side, but maybe more of the MS 60 through 63. In this case, in 1880, is worth between $85 and $140. I can tell you pretty sure, I'm sure of this, not pretty sure. You can add probably somewhere between 20 to 40% to the totals in the MS 60 to 63 as we go through these dates. These are very hard to find in that condition. And not to mention just the fact that it costs somewhere between $55 to $100 by the time you pay shipping and all that to have them graded. You got to get your money out of it. Remember, you're a collector. You're buying for two reasons, basically. You enjoy it. I enjoy the coins. I like looking at the coins. But secondly, I'm buying because I want to make a profit. I want to buy something that's going to appreciate over the years. I think if you watch my channel, you know that's where you're at as well. We have a lot of other coins that we're going to get into. I'm just showing you a few that'll be coming up. I hope you'll check out my channel. I have a lot of interesting coin videos on there. That's something that I really like. I like sports cards a lot. I like interesting things. We're a variety channel, so there's all kinds of interesting things on my channel. But this particular coin right here, the Indian head penny from 1859 through 1909, is a piece that you should own. It's a piece that when you die should be passed on to your children, your grandchildren, or someone that you care about. Because this is a piece of American history. It honors the Indians who were here long before us and the injustices that happened to them. And that's why I love this coin. And I'm sure that if you own one, you understand exactly what I'm saying. This is a great piece. This is a great investment. I think these coins are going to continue to appreciate. I love penny collecting in general and high grade, hard to find coins. And there are some really great pennies out there that just for 1 cent can make you hundreds, thousands, or hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on how you play the game and if you play it the right way. Thanks for watching Todd Bosley's world famous YouTube channel. Check out all my videos. I hope you subscribe. I'm working hard every day to show you what to buy and when you should buy it, which is now. You should buy it now and be ready when it's time to sell it. Educate your relatives. Educate one person in your life. Don't do what a lot of people do. Buy a coin, put it away, and when your relatives find it or your friends find it, they don't know what to do with it. Make sure somebody in your life knows what you have, what it's worth, and how to sell it. Thanks for watching. Todd Bosley, Ohio Trading Coin and Jewelry. I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.